Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome back. Hello and welcome. So I'm just going to wait for a few more people to join us. And please like and share as they come in. It's very, very important you do that for me. Please, because this ministry has to keep growing. Yes, and it can only grow if you don't hesitate by liking every time I come in. Hey, Abby has taken that number one back. Mary Sugar is chasing Abby, no be small. Mary Sugar was chasing you, Abby. So you clearly got your number one. Welcome, Abby. Welcome, Mary Sugar. I see you. Please like as you come in. Hello, and everybody. Welcome. Just going to allow others join us. Give us about a couple of seconds. So, guys, we are just going to be going as the spirit leads because there's a lot to talk about Nigeria. There's a lot to talk about Nigeria. And when I was gathering all the stuff I really wanted to speak about, I was like, maybe I should do the major ones separately. So the major ones I think I saw was healthcare in Nigeria. So I think that's one we're going to be doing either tomorrow or on Friday. So yeah, but this one, Abby said she just woke up. If you just woke up, will you be able to sleep at night, Abby? Because I tried to catch a snooze this afternoon. I couldn't. In fact, I was meant to do a sewing project. My blackout curtain is not blackout enough because the light can still seep through it. So I guess that's also affecting my sleep as well. So now my keyboard no great come up. So Abby, I don't know. Are you able to sleep? Like if you wake up just now, when are you going to go to bed then? I don't know how you do it, but yeah, if I have a nap in the afternoon, I won't be able to go to bed at night. So I guess we are almost here. So I have my notes here because I'm going to be taking off all the stuff. Look at my notes. Your girl has been busy. So we are going to be taking off each and everything we are talking about one after the other. I will try again at midnight. Okay, if you say so. So, welcome everybody. I hope you have your cup of coffee or tea or a glass of wine and a bag of popcorn because we might be here for an hour or we might be here for 2 hours or till God says Holy Spirit has done his work today. So, like from the title, The New Nigeria. And you guys will be like, what's that Mom of 5 talking about, the new Nigeria? So we're going to be playing a couple of videos, obviously, to buttress the things I'm discussing today. And there's a lot we're going to be covering. I think I did put up a post on my community there as to what we're going to be talking about. Because Baba Tinubu is about to turn Nigeria. I'm sure it's positive stress, Mary Sugar. All right, no worries. Baba Tinubu is about to turn the Federal Republic of Nigeria to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Sons Limited. No be me talkamo. Na Randy Peters talkam because why is Bala Blue naming almost everything in Nigeria to his name? Have you guys seen the post recently or the news that has been going on as to how Blue has been renaming places like institutions, renaming places to his name. Places like, places like universities, conference halls, polytechnics, why is Blue renaming all of these places to his name? Is he on a mission? The mission that he's on, I do not know. But it's starting to ruffle that people are like, come, why is Bala Blue renaming places in his name? Why is he raising, like, have you guys seen any of those things? Have you guys seen any of the places that he has been? Is it that, wow, is it him that's supposed? Exactly, because it's screaming misplaced priority. It's screaming allegedly his government has not been great and there's no hope for his government, but he wants to leave a mark. No be person will do good job, then they rename places on behalf of them. It is when your work or your duties shows what you have done. It is only when your name, If your regime shows you've done great things and people decide that, okay, we want to recognize so person because they did this during their regime, they were able to achieve this, then they might rename. But it's like Bola is just renaming everything renameable. If there's a word, Abby said, is it not someone that does exactly? That was my thought as well. But guys, you guys know this guy, Randy Peters. That guy is blowing mad, and I'm solidly behind him. Spiritual said, "President for change." Now, so he changed national. Exactly. I even forgot about that. So we're about to have a new Nigeria. I won't be surprised if APC is called Bola Ahmed Bola APC, whatever, People's Congress, at something, whatever APC is being called. So it's going to be BAPC. I won't be surprised if it renames APC. I won't be surprised if Bala Blue decide to name Nigeria Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Sons Limited or PLC. Like, I knew then how well, like, why is changing the national anthem a priority for Nigeria? And one of Bala Blue and one of Bala Blue's daughter and Lagos State Governor's daughter, Mama Shabi, what was her name? This woman that Mr. Highlander always called a cloud chaser. Just at the tongue, she was like, there's a reason why Bala Blue changed this national anthem. That national anthem was created by our slave masters, blah, 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 blah. So since when we've been singing this song, are we any better? Maybe in a way. At least we are no longer under the slave master. But since we've been singing that song, is there any difference? Has it made Nigeria become better than what the slave master left it? This is me thinking out loud, though. But with this Bala Blue, Federal Republic of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Sons Limited, let us go and watch Randy Peters. Because that guy, I wish I am that outspoken. I wish I am that, because the guy was doing that video and I was like, I was nodding in agreement with him. I was nodding in agreement with him. Washire, correct boy. Washire, well done. I wish now that people are speaking up. I wish now that these our youth that they are calling lazy youth will pack their belt and they will all be attention. We are ready for this journey. I wish people are putting their support behind this guy. I wish the things is calling for INEC reform, electoral reform. I wish Nigerians are waking up and solidly behind all of these things. But it seems like it's one man mopo. It's like one man mopo thingy. Abby said, after first not see, I can't even learn that national anthem. I can't even learn it. It's hard. After forcing us to sing national anthem for 10 years plus of our lives, every day at school assembly there. Exactly. It just doesn't, it's just not making sense. Me, till now, I can't sing the song. I don't know how to sing the song, and I'm not going to learn it because only if it's going to put billions or millions in my bank account in Nigeria will I sing it or learn to sing it. But if it's not going to do me any good, if it's not going to put money in my pocket, I'm not learning any song. Hello, the depression and hell. So let me share my screen with you and let's listen to Randy Peters. It was Randy Peters' video that I saw, and then I was like, okay, this thing this guy is saying makes sense. Why is Bala Blue changing things? Why is he renaming things? Is this not a place of misplaced priority? Is this not a matter of misplaced priority? Is renaming these things and poverty is still a major issue in Nigeria? I was watching a video of a lady today who had a baby unhelped. It was a young man that helped her bat that baby. People were like, don't near her. Even a woman was saying, don't near her. People are suffering in Nigeria. Nigeria is not what you would think that it should be today. Nigeria is nowhere near that. Depression, I said, when we try protest, you know what? The thing with people that are organizing this protest is the fact that they are announcing it. You don't announce Nigeria. When you want to deal with Nigerian politicians, Nigerian government, you don't announce your moves. And every time I see, and now Isaac Fayoshe now, he has put something up on his post about a protest. Why are you giving them notice of a protest? You don't tell them. You make it like coded movements. You make it like a coded movement that when Nigerians now file into the street, it will be like a shocker for them. all of them say they will not even know where they put their pow. By the time they see Nigerians on the street, but the mistake people are making is they are putting the announcement out there, which means you are giving them the chance to prepare for us. You don't see, was it Syria, was it Liberia or Syria? I can't remember that country where there was a every protest for days where they enter onto the houses of all of their political rulers. They chase them out. So the person will need fan, carry fan. The person will want carry chair. I can't remember that country. They were on the street for days and they were out in troops. Even though their military were like carrying that pew everywhere. These people, they did not relent until they chased those people out and they made sure that what they were demanding for was being accepted. I've been saying this, but it seems like they were like, oh, it's easier said than done because you're in diaspora. No, that's just the tactics to use. I've been said, don't even know how to say. I don't even know one word. One stanza, I don't know. Mary Sugar said the anthem is sweet, Sha. Now, the only thing be that it's sweet, it's no sweet. Mary Sugar, did the anthem put money in your pocket? If you put money in your pocket, come and give me my own share. Come and give me my own share, okay? Anna's expression said, after NSAS and police brutality in 2020, Nigerian youths are tired of Nigeria and are all relocating. Not be everybody will be able, obviously that's true, but not be everybody will be able to relocate. And now, just like you said, doctors are relocating, nurses are relocating, engineers, they're all leaving Nigeria, which means that those who have been left in Nigeria will be made to suffer the more. I was watching a video earlier on today that was showing how somebody was sent to an hospital, a government hospital in Nigeria, and people were like, come, if you enter that hospital, you are not coming out alive. And this hospital is called, I think it's loot, allegedly. I've seen a couple of videos, and hence why I thought about that my next live stream will be us discussing healthcare in Nigeria. So we'll look at the various cases that we've seen and why it's very, very important if you have to go to Jackpot that you consider that you are in good health and stuff like that. So doctors are leaving, nurses are leaving, this government don't bloody care. People are dying needless in hospitals. Even government hospitals are not equipped with, with equipment. There's a video I'm going to publish tomorrow about how accident victims were being treated anyhow at an A&E hospital in Abuja. In the Abuja there, a good Samaritan brought accident victim in, only for the nurses to be doing rogboregbe. They are shaking bomb everywhere. 15 minutes passed, and one of the nurses said there was no gloves in a federal capital hospital known as accident and emergency. No gloves. By the time this guy was filming them, and he was like, you mean there's no gloves? What if this man is your family? That video is going to be uploaded tomorrow. I've already made it. I'm just going to live it. I'm going to schedule it for tomorrow. So which means that the next live stream I'm going to be doing on this channel is going to be about healthcare. It'll probably be sometimes this week. But let me share my screen with you. Let's listen to Randy Peters. Guys, please like this video as a comment. I really appreciate it. So let's go to Instagram. I don't know why anytime I try to share my screen for me, it's always giving me some sort of... I will share my screen soon now. All right, let me try and share again. Guys, like this live stream as a comment, please. So, Instagram. So, I actually created like a... Yeah, Tinubu Limited. So, it's Randy Peters. Guys, let's listen to Randy Peters.
Who an APC government make una take am easy o. APC pele o, wherever your APC. Because the way una they go APC, maybe by the end of this your regime, the whole of Nigeria go rename, they go name am Bola Tinubu Nigeria PLC or Limited. Because as it be today, so now, it is not about governance, it is about psychophancy, propaganda on steroids. So everybody where they around the president, it is a battle for who go become the sycophant in chief. Nigeria. Nigerians, you will not see this talk where they shout about fixing INEC and electoral reform before 2027. Nigerians, make una shine una eye. Do not let affliction to rise the second time, because now our life now in at stake.
Absolutely.
So today for Abuja, International Conference Center, ICC, where they renovate as they renovate and by this government, Minister for FCT Wike don't change the name. They don't rename them to Bola Tinubu International Conference Center, Abuja. That International Conference Center, they built them since 1991. Oh, not be the first time where they don't renovate them. It was even renovated in 1999. They don't renovate them before. But as these ones don't come now, they don't renovate them. They don't change the name again. And not even the first time be this. In fact, within a space of just 11 months, about 5 national institutions have the name don't change to the name of the sitting president.
True.
Not be said they know the name things after former leaders, so but according to ethics and protocol, because of integrity, now mostly the next leadership, when they evaluate so that there will be merit, they can name it after former leaders based on your contribution to certain aspects.
Exactly.
But today as we did, they don't rename barracks for Asokoro to Bola Ahmed Tinubu barracks, not minding the criteria for military naming of their facilities and institutions to honor the contributions of fallen heroes who contributed in the security of the country. They don't name them after president. There is Bola Ahmed Tinubu Polytechnic for Gwarimpa. There is airport for Niger State where they been named after Imam Abubakar Kagara, where contribute to their own northern issues. So they don't rename them 2024. They don't change the name back to Bola Ahmed Tinubu Airport. There is also a bill to establish Bola Ahmed Tinubu University of Languages for Aba in Abia State. National Assembly Library where they renovate 2025 to Abi 2024, they don't change them to Bola Ahmed Tinubu Library, Abi Bola Ahmed Tinubu Center. So maybe by the end of Tinubu administration, we go don't even they name our churches and parishes to Bola Tinubu Parish, Bola Tinubu Cathedral, Bola Tinubu Diocese. But in all, the question be say, is that how they go put food for the table of Nigerians?
Exactly.
China by naming institutions after the leader be president, now so insecurity go end. If to say as soon as they name, now so government they better, coastal highway don't complete, they don't fight corruption, if or even good. But all of these names are naming after the leader. How does it translate into the betterment of the lives of the people? Now psychophancy upon psychophancy. So when another leader come himself go sit down, decide to they change the name to also fit in on this thing. APC, Nigeria day before APC and there will be Nigeria after APC. Nigerians, if una sit down, allow the consolidation of the criminality that took place in 2023 called an election, now our own life now we they put at risk. Because as he did now, the slogan for the government was even a Milokon, now my turn. Not to say anybody come to say I want to be Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore or I want to be your Nelson Mandela. Now my turn. So anything where they happen, so now my turn to rename them. I can name even your house after my name. I can name even your hotel when I say when a family name make when I change them to the president name. It doesn't matter anymore because there is no ethics. There is no bar for governance. Before they go say they lower the bar, lower the bar. Now there is no bar. Nigerians, we must unite to fix governance.
Absolutely.
We must take our personal life seriously because what Nigeria is today is a huge joke. Nigeria exists so that other countries can learn how not to govern their countries. This is the textbook definition of how not to govern a country. And if you think that the people where they do now them they at risk, the joke is on you and me who are the ordinary citizens. We go continue to pay and make up for the recklessness and rudderless leadership provided by this set of people. Renaming of institutions so make una continue. Emurasi, Nigeria PLC. My name is Peter for Nigeria.
So guys, you saw all the things he raised in that video we've just watched. All of the renamings. It's not even in Baba Tinubu's place to name those places after himself. It should be the next government that will say, oh, we want to recognize what Bala Blue did so yeah. Let's rename this place. You know, even the place that he said they renamed in the northern part for a certain person because of his contribution to the northern part. Bala Blue again renamed it. Please let me know in the comment section, what do you, since 2 years that Bala Blue has been in government, in that 2 years, let me know if he deserves anything to be named after him. Let me know in the comment section. In the 2 years that he's been the Nigerian president, is there anything you've seen him done in his government that you think, okay, oh, by the way, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Okay, because of that, we are happy that he renamed one. So according to what Peter said here, all of this renaming that he's been doing, does he put food on the table of a child whose parents cannot afford to feed them? Does it provide jobs for people who are seen roaming aimlessly on the street of Nigeria? Does it open job opportunities for those who are currently just graduating, coming back from NYSC? Does it put food on the standard citizen's table? The answer is no. So tell me why this Baba is changing everything. And that Wike, that FCC minister, Wike, somebody needs to go and hijack that man. Alleged. Somebody needs to go and jigbe. Ki won ji Wike, Wike. Somebody needs to go and jigbe, to go and put him somewhere. Because I really don't know what that man stands for. And we're going to get to him. We're going to get to him as we go in this live stream. Let me read your comments. I've asked questions, so guys, let me know. Since Tinubu, 2 years in office, do you think there's anything his government has achieved that you, as a standard Nigerian, within your heart, you know that, okay, yes, I can pinpoint that this is what he has done in Nigeria, and because of that, I agree to him renaming maybe one institution. But in this instance, there's been over 19 facilities or over 12 facilities that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has renamed after him. Let me know in the comment section. We don't turn company. Exactly, because Nigeria is now Federal Republic of Bola Tinubu and Sons Limited. I don't know whether we should do Bola Tinubu and Sons Limited or Sons PLC. I don't know which one will rhyme better, but I think Limited, because it just a go. Unbelievable, Habi. I've been on my laptop since all day today. Like, I really want to know, like, what has he actually done? What has he actually done? We've seen so many things happen in this regime of Baba Tinubu that since I've grown, that I've known that yes, there's politics in Nigeria. Things that I've never heard of in my life, it has happened in the time of Balabulu. It has happened in time of Balabulu. Hello, Cinderella, welcome. Exchange rate done double. Guys, let me give you a shocker. I think it was yesterday, I sent £100. Was it £100? I sent £100 to my Naira account. It was almost 200 and something thousand Naira. When I saw it, my eyes opened that, okay, plenty people to give money in Nigeria. That, £100 is giving me a lot of money that I'm going to be able to dash out to people in Nigeria. Can you imagine? £100 was almost, let me quickly go into my app that I used to send money. I use Lemfi anyway. If any of you want to send money via Lemfi, let me know so I can give you my code so I can get percentage as well. I sent, I'm sure it was £100 I sent. Let me see my transactions. No, I sent £150. I sent £150 yesterday, and it gave me a total of just short of £50 short of 320,000. Did you guys hear what I just said? I sent £150 yesterday. It's here. I'm not lying. It's here. Look at it. I sent £150 yesterday to my Naira account in Nigeria. If I added 50 Naira, it would have been 320,000 Naira. This was not how the people in front of Balabulu left Nigeria. But let me keep reading your comments. Abi said, yes, he went to Anambra and wore red cap. They even gave his wife whatever it is she got recently for renovations. So he did it from scratch. What will he name it? Exactly. Person will do him. I think it was Babangida that built it from scratch. It was not named after Babangida. It was named International Conference Center. Babangida built that recently international center that he renovated. It was Babangida who built it during his regime. And Babangida did not rename it after his name. Baba only renovated, and it was been put in his name. No job opportunities. Mary, they tell. I know of people that are in my DM. No job. They can't send their children to school because those kids are like, no, if you don't bring your school fees, don't bring your kids to school. Parents can't afford to feed their children. Food has doubled in price. Everything has tripled in price. I watched a video of a lady who went to the market. By the time she showed everything she bought, it was almost 600 and something thousand Naira. And I looked at the video of what she said she paid 600 and something thousand Naira for. This is a big madam in Nigeria. Wike is just feeding his ego. Innaman said, I didn't know Wike can speak in tongues. Omo, it was first time lucky. Second time lucky. Third time, what will happen? I am not God, so let me not talk anything. Exactly, Abby. That's why I said third time. Third time might not be so lucky for him. Third time might not be so lucky. That's what we've been hearing, Abby. He's been working. What work has he been doing? That's why I asked in the comment section that as a Nigerian, somebody came to drop a stupid comment for me that you are a hater for Nigeria. Yes, I am a hater for Nigeria. Especially those who want to jackpot that they are jackpotting without their brains. So if you want to call me a hater for people who are jackpotting, call me a hater, because at the end of the day, I am helping you. I'm helping you to take a pause and think. Let's go on to the next video. Guys, like this live stream as a comment, please. You can fear was speaking in tongues. Speaking in tongues. I'm blah, 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 blah. Me that I go to... let me not talk. It's not about me. Mohammed said, aside the grace of God, citizens are obviously no match to this man. May the heaven rise on behalf of... Amen. Oh. I use the whole of my being to shout amen. Amen. Third time is a charm. Abby. Hello, OJ. I see you. Let's go to the next video. And then I think the next video is the one where Isaac Fayoshe was talking about the cost and how it was, how that center was.
ICC International Conference Center was built in 1991. It was built by General Muhammadu Babangida for 240 million naira.
Guys, like this live stream.
I repeat, 240 million naira. From the scratch, from the ground, not renovation.
Babangida spent 240 million naira to build the ICC International Conference Center. To build it. But Baba and Kurubu spent 39 billion naira to renovate. Let's keep
that built that place from the scratch with 240 million naira.
Guys, like the live.
Let's fast forward 2025. They spent over 30 billion to renovate the place. Just renovation, 30 billion naira. That's what they spent. Even Babangida will build the place.
You don't rename him.
Babangida didn't name the place after himself because he knows it's our national monument.
Exactly.
He did not name the place after himself. He called the place
International Conference
Center. People will come renovate with billions. Just renovation. Nobody said then change the structure. The minister will renovate with billions, over 30 billion. Can't change the name to their own name. Person will build that. No name after his own name. Person will renovate for billions. So then build that place for 240 million. Then renovate for 39 billion. After renovating, they can't change the name, can't name them after themselves. Just 2 years in power.
What has it done to deserve that?
See, inflation, they go up. Everything, they go up. Everything is going up. They don't care about what is going on.
We've been saying this.
All they care about is naming, taking, naming,
I love stealing,
putting people on their side, ruling. Person will build down, IDB. He didn't name the place after himself. He named the place international. Like every other country have their international. But you now renovate for billions. People where they press Wike and renovation, then they commission renovation. They renovate the commission. ICC International Conference Center
renovation
was built.
So you guys, I hope you guys understand what is going on here. So Ibrahim Babangida built that place from the scratch with 240 million. And this government renovated for almost 40 billion naira. And what did they do? They rename it to Bala Blue's name. And what did they do? They cut ribbon. Ribbon. Because before somebody come and say to me now that accent is not accenting, they are now cutting ribbon. Cutting ribbon for a renovated center. Eh? Tell me how what they've just done now has put food on the table. Tell me how it has lowered the cost of food in Nigeria. Tell me how it has resolved pending issues we have in Nigeria: security, education, healthcare. They commission 30 kilometers out of 750 kilometers. Make it make sense. They commission 30 kilometers out of 750 kilometers. They carry press, go there. Because to them is a major achievement. Can you deduct 30 kilometers? Can you deduct 30 from 750? How much is left? 720. And I won't be surprised if they've already paid for that project. And I won't be surprised that after Baba Kurubu's time, they will still come back and collect more money for that project that they've allegedly paid them. Awiton Baba said he wants to stop corruption. Baba needs to start stopping the corruption from himself. There was a video last week where I saw a post he made that he wants to stop corruption. Baba Kurubu, I'm sorry to say, sir, corruption has to stop from your government. It has to start from your government. If you want to stop corruption, it has to stop from your government. Or begin from you being the president of Nigeria. Let's move on. Guys, please like this live stream for me, please. So we've already spoken about that. So Wike, we've already spoken about that, all right? So we've spoken about, obviously, commissioning and a building. Then I saw this post by this guy. Journalist Fisayo Shoyombo shares his thought on public institution getting named after President Tinubu. Randy Peter also, mentioned that as well. We should not only be using our pen. Obviously, as a journalist, he is using his pen. We should be using our voice. Also, talk without action is dead on arrival. But let's listen to what he has to say. So he wrote here saying, in just 2 years, President Bola Tinubu has renamed at least 6 edifices, institutions after himself. Bola Ahmed Tinubu Barracks, Abuja. Tell me how that is putting food or providing better accommodation, because there was a time we saw a video of a police officer, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it was a police officer or army, saying that this is the building. They were in a dilapidated building. Rain was entering into the building. You can see that building is more or less like in the middle of a swamp. And later on, I think I heard that after that guy, that maybe it was an army or a police, after that man did that video, it was sacked. Bola Ahmed Tinubu Technology Innovation Complex, Abuja. Bola Tinubu Polytechnic, Abuja. Bola Ahmed Tinubu Way, Abuja. How are these things providing jobs? How are these things eradicating poverty in Nigeria? The National Assembly Library, now renamed the Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu Building. I beg, tell me, is he still a senator? Is he still a senator? He's been a president for 2 years. How the freaking hell is this being named after him as a senator? And this guy continued, and yesterday, the erstwhile International Conference Center, ICC, now Bola Tinubu International Conference Center. I won't be shocked if APC gets renamed Bola Tinubu Progressive Conference, BTPC. They might even take an idea from this guy's write-up and change APC to exactly that. At this rate, the president will have named at least 24 public facilities after himself should he complete a second term in office. But one thing is certain, Tinubu's obsession with self-immortalization will only last as long as his legacy of service. If his final 2 or 6 years, although in 2 years remain in office are as woeful as the first 2, the public will willy-nilly forget him in a flash, and his successor needs no more than a few weeks in office to raise his name from all these institutions. Anyway, it's just all a matter of time. So according to this guy now, by the time Baba Kurubu is there for another 2 years, he will have renamed 24 places after his name. Please tell me, the Tinubu, whatever it is, what is his contribution to those polytechnics? Is he contributing there? Is he giving them whatever? What is he providing to those places? It's just naming things. Like, you need to come out and tell us exactly what you have done to think that those places need to be renamed after you, that you deserve it. You deserve to actually be immortalized in a building. Because I'm not getting this. I am not getting this at all. Let me read your comment, guys. I make Chris say, okay, Israel. Abi said, I'm so scared for journalists. See, there's a guy, and I'm going to play his video. He's the one. I love how eloquent he puts the word out there. But then we saw what happened in the last protest, no Very Dark Man's one, the one previous, where even soldiers were attacking journalists with a camera. Even though they identified themselves as being journalists, they were still targeted. How many of them have had to flee the country? Exactly, Abby. Some of them are even hiding, and they are slowly turning into content creators. When they are trying their best to put the news of Nigeria out there, but they are being stopped. Their mouth is being sealed by this current government, allegedly. Is this the Nigeria we want? Our forefathers, I'm sorry to say, like in the video I did earlier on, which I'm going to be posting tomorrow, our forefathers have kept quiet for too long for this to continue. And now, Ireti Kingibe said, all Nigerian citizens know how to do is just moan, moan, moan. Now, for them to know that we are not moaning, this is why we need to up our action and let them know that this generation is not going to freaking take this bullshit from this present government. Because they are just doing things out of that. Like, whatever it is they are doing, it's like they are not thinking. It's as if they are in a different planet and doing things backwardly. There's abject poverty everywhere. How is commissioning a renovated building a priority to you? How? 34 billion that you could spend renovating hundreds of local primary schools or local government secondary schools. 34 billion that you could spend in renovating Lagos River, whatever they call it. You could renovate a couple of hospitals in Nigeria, government hospitals, but no. They went to go and renovate Let's move on. Joy said, what will happen after his tenure is over? The whole nation would have been renamed. Exactly. As it is, that's how it seems to be going. Jesu Darasimi, can you please go and sit down somewhere? Okay? Can you go and sit down somewhere? Can you go and sit down somewhere? What's my business with I be Yoruba girl. And to ba fe on láti ṣe nǹkan tó máa fi pọ́nlé. Whoever wants somebody to, I don't bloody care. Elder in the politics is look at the modern world. Are people of his age in politics? How old is Trump? How old was Barack Obama? Look at the prime ministers in the UK. Do you know their ages? Mr. Man, don't let me be rude to you here. I'm on your band, me chubo ma so respect of me nile. Talk me ma so sita ma lanie. You and who? Àwọn àgbà òṣì tẹ kójọ síbẹ̀. Àwọn àgbà òṣì tó mọ̀nà ọ̀run lọ tí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ. Exactly, Abby. He's talking from his AWS. Let's move on, guys. So that's that post from that journalist there. And then let's move on to this wicked thingy. Obviously, there was an interview by Dele Momodu was interviewed, and recently Dele Momodu has been, really, really outspoken in terms of Tinubu's government. And yeah, from when he was interviewed, he did mention that it seems we now have two presidents in Nigeria, because now it's like Wike has some sort of hold. It seems Wike has some sort of hold on this Tinubu's government. We all saw what happens in Rivers. We all saw the moves that Wike has been making. And we are like, who is the president here? But let's hear what Dele Momodu has to say.
Has not been as audacious as Wike. In fact, right now, it's looking like we have two presidents in Nigeria. Wike can do anything. Yesterday, I listened to the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the commander-in-chief, calling fellow Nigerians busybodies. You interpreted it as naysayers. Naysayers is still far better than...
Joy, I think I did that budget one sometimes last week. I think I did the budget one where they wanted to use 200 and something million for one street light.
And busybodies, Nigerians, you are calling Nigerians busybodies.
Calling Nigerians busybodies.
Bystanders. Who is a bystander in his own country?
Hey!
Because of one man, Wike. And of course, If you were in Wike's shoes, you would dance more than he danced yesterday. I saw the expression on the faces of the audience. They looked captured. They looked befuddled. They looked like, hey, what is our country turning into? The man was dancing because he launched a conference center built at a stupendous cost of 30-something billion, according to the reports. So, if you are talking about PDP, PDP has no other problem than a few desperate politicians who want to hold power by force. Exactly. Who is wicked to dictate to a party where its presidential candidate should come from? I've never heard it before. Yes, you can discuss it. Even the last election in which he participated, he was the one who brought the governor of Benue at that time, Samuel Orton. And within them, they threw the race open. That's why people like us bought the form. That's why we participated. And after he lost, he has never been consolable. Once he lost that election, he lost everything. And since then, he himself has known no peace.
Something is not done about
because when a chicken perches on a rope, the rope is uncomfortable. The chicken itself is rocking uncomfortably. So that is what is going on. So saying Samaya, who is this, that I'm not interested. You are saying maybe PDP would enter maybe its final run. Or maybe, perhaps, the undertakers are already within.
Baba Kudubu is hoping that Wike will also move to APCO. There's a video, we're going to listen to that as well, but let's keep listening to Daily Momodu.
PDP, they provided the coffin, they are just waiting for the corpse. Has not been as audacious as Wike. In fact, right now, it's looking like we have two presidents in Nigeria.
Yeah, I think we've already listened to that. So you guys heard him there. It seems like we have two presidents in Nigeria, because tell me why Wike is doing too much. Tell me why he's everywhere. Because I want to believe that he's even more, the way I see him move, he's even more influential than the president that we have. What is his role? Is the FCC, is the minister of FCT? Is that not so? As a minister of FCT, what is his major role? Because it's pretty much acting like the president to me. Let's listen to this. So Baba said, Baba is saying that Wike should not listen to busybodies. I guess that's a shade back to Daily Momodu or whoever has been calling out Wike. You are doing a great job. That Wike is doing a great job. Well, maybe according to Very Dark Man, there have been some roads in Abuja that he has been that Very Dark Man has called him out and stuff that he's been able to attend to them. But let's listen to what Baba had to say.
I'm greatly honored and happy
to be
here to reopen this International Conference Center as part of our determined effort to change the way we do things.
How? Why is that center needing to be changed? How does the things being done in that center needs to be changed? Was it really that dilapidated that they need to renovate? Why do you want to change? If it's not broken, why fix it? And now they said they spent 39 billion. We were still talking about the budget here, where they said one street light was going to cost over 200-something million naira. Kilode? Is the street light coming from space? That one street light will cost over 200-something million naira. Like, make it make sense.
To reflect us as people of quality, people of character, people of determination, people of great spirit.
Will that one help?
That's what we are.
Will that one help? Does it put food on the people's table?
And I'm glad, Nyesom Wike, you are reflecting that. Don't pay attention to the busybody and the bystanders. Whatever they say, continue with your good work.
Good work.
You are a transformational leader. You have the foresight.
Somebody, yes, as the Fire Obishe said, arrogant and bully in power.
Vision and determination to succeed. Thank you very, very much.
Baba say you should not listen to busybodies. Okay, I guess people like us are busybodies. Busybody, busybody. Like, guys, it's crazy what is happening in Nigeria. Misplaced priorities. That ICC was not a priority. Exactly, Abby. It was not a priority. They spent 39 billion. So I think there was another post as well that I found. We already listened to that. And here Baba was singing. That man singing, his voice sounded like that woman that sang, "Now mama be this yo, now mama be this." Wala. Nigeria, I don't know which way. Nigeria, which way? Which way?
We want to find out for years to make you complete Nigeria.
I don't want to play the music too much before they copyright me. That's that. So I think I pretty much covered what I wanted to speak about. So there's this interview by, I think it was by, so we're going to come back to this post.
We have somebody.
So I guess this is where Baba Tinubu is saying that that he has not joined my party yet. Let's listen to this.
But the day he changes his mind and registered with Progressive, we welcome him.
As all of them are now running to APC now.
We will enjoy him in singing. As he dey pain us, he dey sweet us. As he dey pain them, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he go dey pain them. Thank you very much.
Did you guys hear that song? As they pay. Guys, they're singing for us as they sweet them. As they pay. Jehovah Jireh. Wait till I don't go see. You guys, did you hear that song? Let me go back. We must hear that song together again.
Have somebody. And Nyesom Wike. He's not a member of my party. Not yet. But the day he changes his mind and registered with Progressive, we welcome him.
They're going to sing for us now.
Because we will enjoy him in singing. As he dey pain us, he dey sweet us. As he dey pain them, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he go dey pain them. Thank you very much.
What's that song for?
To the glory of God.
What was that song for? Anyway, the last thing I was going to discuss on this live stream was this interview by Sheung. Obviously that was when they were saying of the things 2 years that Tinubu has been in government. I'm sure I did a live stream where I discussed the budget I discussed that. I mean, looking at Nigeria in the past 2 years, nothing has changed. Things has gone even much more difficult for people. People can, like, there's been a lot of deaths. There's been a lot of kidnappings. There's been like a lot of unnecessary and extrajudicial killings. There's a lot going on that we are like, come. Nigeria was never like this, even under Goodluck Jonathan. Nigeria was never like this, even during the time of Buhari. Why is it even now? It's only in Nigeria. People were unalived on Easter. People were unalived in major cities that even governors of those states did not even come out to say this is a sad loss in the community. Talk more, say President will see you on aside. There's nowhere, even in the US, where there's been any unaliving or any killing and stuff like that. You will hear at least a councillor or something for that area, for that city, saying that, oh, there's been a devastating loss. They will be out. But then our country, because human life does not mean anything to us. Cow, meat, all those cows that they're taking about everywhere means a lot more to people in Nigeria, to all these people, than human lives. And I did not see any government or governor or even the president to come out and say, I've just received a news that there's been a devastating loss of lives in so city, in so state. This is me just, coming out here to say my thoughts are with them. I don't think I've ever seen one. And you guys still think that this country cares about Nigerians? You guys think they care about us? I call them clowns. They are just clowns, because they are clowns that you go like that at a puppet show. Or maybe I should call them puppets, because that's how they look to me. But this interview, I mean, these words here, let's listen to him. Like, he did one about just after that election, and it was a powerful one. And then I saw this one, I'm like, yes, this guy just knows. And I don't think the Baba Kurubu is even listening. Talk more that he would even do anything. But let's listen. Guys, like this live stream for me, please.
And it's going to be majorly to Mr. President. President Bola Tinubu, 2 years are gone. Half of your constitutional mandate spent navigating the stormy waters of reform, resistance, and rising hardship. You came to office promising a renewed hope agenda, telling Nigerians that the pain would be temporary, like that of a childbirth, and that joy would follow. But 2 years in, the cries have grown perhaps louder, and many now wonder, when will the joy come? Inflation surged, food inflation went to an all-time height, transport costs were tripled, and the average Nigerian now spends more of their income just to eat, as if they are lucky. Petrol is hovering over 700 naira per litre, and electricity tariffs have risen even as supply is still very erratic. And yet, the Nigerian people, resilient, loyal, enduring, have held on.
Absolutely.
But holding on cannot be the national plan. You promised to lift millions out of poverty, create thousands of digital jobs in 24 months, and double power generation. These were not poetic aspirations. They were campaign commitments. Mr. President, time is not on your side. You have just 12 months before the political season begins to whisper again. If ever there was a time to show the fruits of sacrifice, it is now. You are the president of both your lovers and your loudest critics, the hopefuls who sang your name at the polls and the skeptics who prayed you will fail. But leadership demands maturity of mind and empathy of heart. You now preside over a fractured but hopeful nation. Good people, bad politics, and an ugly economy. Nigeria today is at a historic inflection point. Mismanage these opportunities, sir, and we risk descending into a cycle of unrest, disillusionment, and regret. But if you rise, Mr. President, to the moment, and you could become a defining leader, one whose name is etched in gold as a man who brought Nigeria back from the brink, you must ignore sycophants who clap in darkness while citizens cry in daylight. Mr. President, please urgently surround yourself with thinkers, doers, and patriots, not just loyalists. Every day must count. Every decision must deliver value. Because when a nation suffers this deeply, there is no luxury of time or ego. No more excuses. President Bola Tinubu, we in the media, we will do our own part. We will question, probe, inform, and hold you accountable, not out of hostility, but out of duty. The opposition must also rise, not just to criticize, but to push this country forward. Civil society organization must now organize, awaken consciences, and be the voice of the voiceless. And our people must now stop being docile. We need to raise a mass of active citizens who are willing to fight for their nation and also work hard for its good. Citizens, your voice counts. Don't lose it. And for those of us who believe and who are people of faith, we will pray as scripture commands us for the peace of...
With all the churches we get in Nigeria, we should still be praying. Do you just see the ark that a certain church just built? Did you just see the ark, the Noah's ark that a certain pastor just built in Nigeria?
The land and the success of its leaders, because President Bola Tinubu, your success is Nigeria's success, and your failure will be our shared tragedy. Exactly. Nigerians will rally behind you if they see sincerity, action, and result. But never forget, fury awaits any leader who mocks the pain of the poor.
Exactly.
Sir, history is watching. Exactly. Posterity is watching. And 200 million Nigerians are watching. Let this second half of your presidency be a turning point. Make us proud, President Bola Tinubu. Make Nigeria great. And that has to start now. That's my final word tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching.
You guys heard there. He put the nail on the coffin. That was, his talk as well, just after the election. Obviously, with all that happened, people were not able to vote in their various constituencies. So, the likes of, I think, Sisi Yemi at some point, she said she went to her local areas to go vote, and they were like, oh, you look like Igbo, you can't vote here. All of these shenanigans, it came out, and, he spilled it out as well, that it shouldn't be that way. Politics in Nigeria shouldn't be a do or die. And also, with the fact that he said that Nigerians, we need to start lending our voices. How? If you render your voice anyhow, you will collect from them, because this government don't want people talking at them. This government don't want people asking questions. This government don't want people demanding that, what did you do with our money? This government don't want you to question them. We now have a totalitarian, is it totalitarian or authoritarian government? We no longer have democracy in Nigeria. I'm sorry. It is what the government do or say that they want Nigerians to bend and follow. They are no longer the government for the people. Nigeria is no longer the government for the people. Because you can imagine when they were changing the national anthem, who did they consult? Which of the Nigerian citizens or which of the Nigerian scholars did they consult to say, oh, we want to do this, so what do you think? They just, use their power as usual. Now, I asked in the comment question that since Baba Tinubu has been in power in Nigeria, as a Nigerian back home in Nigeria, how has his government benefited you? What change, positive change, has President Tinubu's last 2 years provided you? And people's answer in the comment section was nothing. And just like we've heard from the previous people who have spoken as well, it is not in your government's place to be renaming places after you. Do your time. Do what your people want. Once your time is done and dusted, if the next coming government thinks that, yes, you've done something, and they recognize your role, and Nigerians recognize that, yes, this Baba did something, then they can decide and start naming something for after you. But no, this Baba is naming everywhere and everything. Like I said, it's going to be Federal Republic of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Sons Limited if we are not careful. And as time goes on, if we are not careful, they will even ask all of us to change our last name to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because in my own opinion, and I'm going to say this government do not care about Nigerians. They do not care. They are already mocking the pains of Nigerians. With that being said, how many times have we heard that the Prime Minister in the UK traveled abroad to go receive medical health? How many times in the British history that, oh, the Prime Minister is going to the United States to receive medical intervention? How many times in the history of American presidents have we heard that, oh, Barack Obama came to the UK to assess effective health center? I don't know a lot about African countries in other areas, about their governments, how they do things. But it's only our own president. Every 6 months or every 3 months, they travel abroad for medical health check. So which means that you don't trust the health facilities in your own country, the country that you are the president. You do not trust the health facilities there for you to receive health check there. You do not trust the hospitals in your own country to provide you with adequate health care. You have to travel abroad. You promise that if you don't prove that in 2 years, there must be electricity. There must be electricity. That if in 2 years' time, you don't provide electricity, that people should not vote you back the second time. Nigerians, I hope you are listening, because it seems some of us, we now have a sudden dementia. Baba Kurubu said that with his mouth, that when he's coming back again, we should not vote him in. Nigerians, I hope that sudden dementia that some of us have, we are starting to lift it up, because time is not on the side. I've seen posts of Peter Obi being back, Peter Obi's back, and lots of support has been ongoing. I wish Peter Obi the best as well. But this forthcoming election is going to be a hard one. It's going to be a hard one. Hence why Randy Peters is asking that INEC need to be fixed. Electoral reform is calling for electoral reform. And are they going to do this? I don't know. I'm going to go to the last slide and then we'll start rounding up, okay? So I found this post from one of these gossip pages. So this person said, for straight 2 years in the history of the Fourth Republic of the Nigerian political calendar, there has been no single ASU strike. What do you feel about that, guys? This person is saying that in the past 2 years since Tinubu has been in power, that there has not been ASU strike. What do you think about that? Our tertiary students have gone through 2 solid academic years without any interruptions. Chai, this person is ailing Baba Tinubu that he was able to hold that part of it down. She continues saying, clear evidence that huge money for just few rich oil marketing cabals is being channeled into smooth running of our tertiary educational system. I wish she was able to show us the proof of that. Tertiary students are getting NEL fund for their tuition fees and even upkeep. I am yet to see any beneficiary of that NEL fund. Please, if there's anybody watching, or if there's any of you that see this post, please, if you are a beneficiary of that NEL fund, whatever it is in full, you need to come and drop your comment underneath this video or underneath this post, because they go on about they are paying this. They want to start giving some students so amount of money. How many of them have collected? Is it 30,000 that they said they wanted to be given? Is it how many people have benefited from this free money that they said they want to start giving to Nigerians? And how many students have benefited from this NEL fund? How many people? And this person continues saying, these things only used to happen in majorly advanced countries, but President Tinubu has brought it to our doorstep, channeling the energy and funds to the necessities of the people. How? 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 If his funding, if his energy is being charged towards the necessities of the people, why is very dark man raising money to go and be providing roof in schools, in states that this our president is meant to be looking after? Apparently, all of these governors are all under him. He is the president of the country, and he should be interested in what happens in every state underneath him. We are still seeing schools with no roofs. There was a time there was a post that some local government schools that they are providing them with from his budget that they were providing. We're going to buy textbooks, notebooks, pencils, or whatever for students. I once attended a public school, and during my 2 years in that public school, I was never given a notebook by the school. So I don't know if there's any parent whose children are in public school, Nigerian public school, or government school, who gets notebooks and pens. During my time, I still want to believe that the secondary school I attended was owned by was under the Lagos State government. Maryland Comprehensive Secondary School. I believe it was once a private school, but then the Lagos State government, took over. There was no time that I was provided a notebook or a pencil. There was a time they were talking about free meals, that you eat free food. No, In my old school that I attended, though, during that 6 years I spent at that secondary school, we were not offered free food. We were not offered free food. So now Baba has failed in the electricity. He now spoke about solar panel. And I'm sure I saw a post where it was said that that his government rejected importing stuff about solar panel in. So that Baba that has once frowned on doing solar panel, he now came back now that he wants to go and do solar panel in Abuja. And it's going to cost, was this something billion naira for solar panel? Like, Baba, you said you were going to give Nigerians electricity. Why why do you want to put solar panel in Abuja, in your house, in Aso Rock? Why? As a Nigerian, I don't understand Nigeria anymore. And at this point, Nigeria will sell me. I don't understand Nigeria anymore. I don't understand Nigeria anymore. However, I understand when I was doing that budget thing, the live stream about the budgets, a few people said in their areas that did not have constant electricity. And I was like, okay, that's reassuring. But how much are you paying? Because there's been talks of band B, band A, and they're paying thousands monthly. Thousands monthly. I remember I used to, when I was much younger, I think I was between the age of maybe between 10 and maybe 12 and 16. Now every month, transformer is spoiled for my area in Shangisha. I don't know if any of you know Shangisha. Shangisha is now well developed now. All these Babalo are now building houses there. We've gone without electricity for a year or even more. No electricity. And eventually, all the landlords in the area donated money to buy transformer. They bought the transformer. Transformer did not last too much. Transformer blew again. Darkness for another month. Why should people be gathering money to buy transformers when we have government that will provide these things? What is the essence of paying for electricity? People, I'm the one who has been talking for an hour. If anyone wants to come into the live stream, I'm going to drop the link here. I think I have noted a few names here. If you click on the link to come in here and say one or two things, I will not be letting you in. Okay? I don't want anybody to come and be making a nuisance of themselves here. I've seen a couple of comments. I have ignored them. And as I've ignored you, that's where you will remain. Okay? So, guys, I've got another 10 minutes. I've dropped the link in the comment section. If anyone wants to come up here and say one or two things, feel free to do so. Click on the link and come into the backstage. I think I'll take about 3 calls. If anybody, in fact, I actually have another 5 minutes. I think I'll take about 3 calls and giving you guys 2 minutes each to try and say no, whatever you want to contribute. And if not, while I'm waiting for people to come in, I'm just going to start doing my roundups. Okay. So with all the things we have said, I guess we can keep going on and on and on and on and on and on. So, Adeni, when in this live stream have I said that electricity should be free? Because some of you, when have I said that electricity should be free? Is it Oyibo that you don't understand? Abi you want me to speak Yoruba? Ìgbà wo ni mo sọ yí pé kí wọ́n má sanwó ná ní Nàìjíríà? Kí láǹfààní owó náà tí wọ́n san tí wọ́n rí náà lò déédéé? If you don't understand English, I have put it in Yoruba for you. Ìgbà wo ni mo sọ pé kí wọ́n má sanwó ná ní Nàìjíríà? Of what use is paying over 350,000 naira every month and you only get electricity twice a week? Make it make sense. Of what use? My parents are in Nigeria and I know how much they spend on electricity. And when I was visiting them back in 2021, they will tell me, oh, we have electricity for 2 days and they take it off for a day. So while I was there, I was with them for 2 weeks. So there are days they will have more electricity Monday, Tuesday, and then off throughout Wednesday. The days that they were supposed to have electricity, they still did not get electricity. Maximum 2 hours at night. When it is their day to have like full-time 24 hours, they are meant to have 48 hours of unstoppable electricity. But even that 48 hours, they were not getting it. And then they will go one full day in darkness, no lights. So the days that they were to be supplied constant electricity, they were still not getting it. What are you freaking telling me? Are you all right? And since I've been in the UK, I've been in the UK for 20 years and 6 months. And if you ask me to count on my fingers, I can tell you how many times electricity has actually gone off in my flats. Even when we had about 60 miles, 70 miles per hour wind, electricity was standing. Electricity did not shake. Electricity did not shake. We pay for electricity here. You get the services you're paying for. But in Nigeria, you pay thousands, millions for services and you don't freaking get 50% of the services you're paying for. Make it make bloody sense. As long as people are paying for the services, why are you not giving them the full service anyway? Why are you still depriving them? Why should you say, oh, you get 2 days of electricity, 1 day off? Why are they bloody getting a total 24-hour blackouts when they are paying? It's not as if by the time you bring the bill for the month, that those days that they do not have electricity, it's not as if you are deducting those days from the bill you are bringing to them. No, because you're going to bring a full month electricity bill to them. So, okay, let's say that the days that they were meant to get, let's say in a week, they get electricity 4 days. And then the 2 days that they don't have electricity, okay, well, they now bring the bill. Like, okay, this week, you have electricity for good 4 full days. The 2 days that you did not get electricity, we have deducted it. It's not as if they're going to do that. Are they ever done that? Let's be, let's tell each other the truth. Olayi Okponunye, you are Mumu, MU raised to power 2. And I don't want you on my channel. Get the fuck out. I don't want your type on my channel. It's your type that see bad things and you're clapping for it. And Nigeria will happen to you. Okay? Nigeria will happen to you. Anyway, guys, there's been no call. I'm going to round up. I've said what I have to say. I'm going to use I'm going to use my page to say what I have to say. If I enter Nigeria tomorrow, let them hold me. Because at the end of the day, all of these things that we've called out is glaring to see. It's not as if maybe I went into their coven to go and dig out all these things that we are discussing. It's glaring to see. We can see all of these things. Children starving. Children not being able to go to school. No better hospital facilities. No good roads. They recently commissioned 30 kilometers and they carry a whole news channel there. 30 kilometers out of 750 kilometers. And to them, that was a major achievement. They spent 39 billion renovating a conference center. Is that a priority to a Nigerian government where citizens are languishing in poverty? Is that a priority for them? So for Baba to say that he now wants to put solar panel. So to me, that's him saying that he no longer trusts in the system that provides electricity in Nigeria. Because you're already putting solar panel up. So that means that you're not going to trust on NEPA anymore, which means you've also given up on NEPA. So how about some Nigerians who cannot afford to put up a solar panel? How about the people that are living in Face Me and Face You, who they don't even have transformer in their area? And somebody is here saying that she did not pay for electricity. As if that was the matter on the table. Dilapidated schools all over. Tell me one major, out of all the government hospitals in Nigeria, tell me one that is functional, that is fully functional, that you know that God forbid anything happens to you, you go there, you'll be seen and you'll be fine. Tell me one with your full chest. I was just talking about a so-called accident and emergency in Abuja, where a good Samaritan brought an accident victim in. The nurses were with nonchalant attitude. There was no that instant help that, oh, an accident victim, let's assess this person. Nothing like that. They were just, as if they were being forced to even come to that work that day. They were just moving, not bothered. And then to hear that there's no glove in an FCT A&E hospital, no gloves. Guys, let me go. I've said all I have to say. If you are still on the fact that the thing that I'm just talking out of sense, no problem. Maybe you are wherever you are. It's not turn by turn. All I know is it's time our government starts focusing on things that are much more important than facing things that they don't even need to be burdening themselves on. Healthcare, schools, jobs. At least care for the citizens, care for the people that apparently no be Nigerians put you there, blah, blah. But at least show that you care about them. Now you were singing as they sweet us, they pain them. As they pain them, they sweet you. So your citizens are languishing, and you are singing as they sweet us, they pain them. Like, can you make it make sense? And somebody is there telling me that, are you not a Yoruba girl? Blah, 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 blah. As if now Yoruba girl go put food for the table of those children that are wandering the street with no clothes even on their backs. And Abike Dabi is telling Nigerians in diaspora to come home, to come and do what? To come and enjoy part of the suffering that some people are going through in Nigeria. We've seen businesses, Nigerians who left America to go to Nigeria for businesses. What happened to their businesses? Their lands were grabbed. And you want them to still come back to Nigeria after they came, spending millions of dollars only for their lands, their businesses to be demolished. And you still expect them to come back to Nigeria to come and do what? And somebody like me, seeing that happen to somebody who brought their life savings to Nigeria to come and make business, and you expect someone like me to come and say, okay, I want to come and do business. Like, let us be thinking. Money is hard to come by. Even a standard Nigeria, if a standard family in Nigeria cannot even afford 3 square meals a day. I hear to it will come to them. Let them prefer him to stay. I'm sure if they do a poll now, if Nigerians want to be honest, if they do a poll, I can tell you that they will not want Bala Blue back. They will not want Bala Blue back. They will not want Bala Blue back. I lived in Nigeria till I was 19 years old. So even at that time, I still know what was happening in Nigeria. I still see the suffering of some people. So nobody say maybe somebody is telling me about Nigeria. I was born and bred in Nigeria. So it's not as maybe somebody is feeding me news about Nigeria. And Nigeria is a place that I would love for my children to be able to come to so they know where we came from originally. But with all these shenanigans going on, am I really sure I want to bring my children back? Nothing is working in Nigeria, John. Nothing is working in that country. Nothing. The next live stream I'm going to be doing is we're going to be discussing healthcare in Nigeria. Because I've seen a lot of videos today about how people are being treated in hospitals, and I cried. It got to me, and I just pray that I've still got families in Nigeria, and my prayer every day is that God should just continue to give them good health. Because I can't even say that, God forbid, if anything happens, that this is the hospital that I can recommend. When I was in Nigeria, we used to go to what was this place? It's in Yaba. I can't remember what it's called. Is it no, not Joland. There's another hospital. It's like a Catholic hospital or something. You know, I can't. It was the last hospital I went to when I was sick in Nigeria. I can't remember the name of the hospital now. Maybe if I remember, if I ask my mom, she might be able to tell me, and I'll put it on my comments. I'll pin it in the comment section of this video. I can't remember the clinic now. That was the only hospital. I think that hospital is in Yaba, if I'm not mistaken. It's like maybe a Catholic hospital or something. Because there, when I went there, the last time I went there, there were sisters that were attending, like, you know, that were attending to me. I don't even know if the hospital is still in existence, except I asked my family, like, is this hospital still there? Let us be speaking the truth. We are all clamoring for change. And if we are sitting now with our hands folded, that change is not going to happen. This government, now you guys see that all of them are now running to APC. When it's time for them to vote now, it is only people in the APC that will be voting. Hello, please, I'm just rounding up. By the time it's 2027 now, there will be nobody to be contesting against APC because all of them don't run to APC. And you guys think that's a good thing? That you guys think that's normal? Me, I've said what I have to say. I've said what I have to say. If you all think that, yeah, Tinubu is doing well, let's be looking. But if you're clamoring for change, you need to put your voice out there. You need to put your voice out there. And I pray that Nigeria does not happen to anyone watching me here, because people that Nigerians have happened to, when we see their stories, I pity for them and I say a little prayer for them that I know God will help them, because there's nothing I can do from here. This is where I'm going to hand the mic, or I'm going to drop the mic for today. Guys, thanks to those of you who have been here from the beginning till this very moment. Thank you and welcome. I see some new faces here. If you like what I do on my channel, do not hesitate to subscribe, share, turn on your post notification, join my membership as well. So my membership is just a way of saying thank you. Thank you for the good job you do on your channel. It's like £4.99 or something every month. And also share this video as well. And yes, so most of on this channel, I pretty much talk about everything happening everywhere. A little bit of here and there, politics, life in Nigeria. I've started talking about like obviously people who are jackpada, things for them to consider before they jackpada. You know, you don't just jackpada because people are jackpadaing. You know, do your due diligence, okay? And obviously the things that you need to make sure that you put in place before you finally take that final leap of going back to Nigeria. Like I said, retirement home is Nigeria for me. Even with all of these things I'm saying, I'm still counting Nigeria to be retirement home for me. But if Nigeria continues to be the way it is, maybe it might not be my retirement home after all. But I'm praying that it gets better. So with that being said, thank you so much, guys. And if you watched it now, if you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notification, share this video, do not hesitate to join my membership, and I shall see you when next I see you. Ensure you turn on your post notification so that, you know, if I drop a video, at times I do have sit-down videos, and then I do live streams like this. So if you're not able to join my live stream, please engage with the videos I'm dropping. And, you know, feel free to share, drop your comments. And if you have any video ideas, you know, feel free to reach out to me. If you look at this like and share, there's a scroll at the bottom. All of my social media handles are there. If you want me to shout out your business, feel free to send me an email at affordable price. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, you know. And if you have, thank you so much, Peace at Arts. And if you have a business for me, you know, want to advertise your business, I can do it for you for affordable price. I don't charge too much. And if you want to collaborate with me as well on any topic at all, or you have a topic you think, that 5, I think you'll be best suited talking about this, you know, you can send me links or via my email or via my Instagram handle. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go, and thank you to every one of you, even the ones that have yabbed me today, the ones that have abused me today. Thank you. And the ones that have also shared their thoughts as well, you know, that we've rubbed mine today. Thank you also for being here. Okay. And hopefully I'll see you guys later. All right. Bye, everyone. And please turn on thumbs up this video if you've not yet thumbs up. Okay. And I'll see you guys later. All right. Bye, everyone. And have an amazing night or amazing day, wherever you are.